Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Beecarbonize. It is effectively, if Cultist Simulator was about cleaning up the environment and making a very balanced world, it is kind of difficult. I've been having trouble with this one. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start by, do we want to go for renewables or do we want to go for societal change? I think we're going to go for that first. So the entire point of this game is that we are trying to increase our incomes of all of three of these resources, while min-maxing our emissions so it's not getting too out of control, because at that point we start losing. Every time we hit one of these little lightning bolts, we get a bad event, usually a natural disaster, but there are other things that happen as well over the course of that. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, and we'll start going. Let's see. So first and foremost, we want to get that. Speed up this. Let's slow it down a little bit. So if you notice, every 40 seconds we get an industry token. Nothing for ecosystem, and then every 60 seconds we get a people token, and then nothing for science. So let's start science production, get that a-rolling. And one thing to note, by the way, every time this fills out, it costs us 1 money. So we have to keep our industry a fair bit higher than people, otherwise it becomes a legitimate issue. So let's just spend those and work our way up. So each card costs certain amounts of tokens, so this requires 3 industry, 2 science. This requires 2 people, 2 industry, and then just 3 industry. So I'm gonna try and be reasonably careful about what I'm doing here. Looks like we've got plenty of money for wind energy. I need people tokens, but I don't want to go too far. Also, I haven't explained this. Sorry. I did a practice round, so I already know what I'm doing, and this game's kind of time-centric. I guess I can pause. So I'm trying to engage in the strategies that I've cooked up on my practice rounds. But, so these arrows indicate how fast this speeds up. This number correlates with how much carbon each of these is producing. So 21, nothing, and then 1. And so, to some degree, the best way of doing it would actually be to get this down to 0. But there are very few things in the industry sector that actually let you reduce, which is a little rough. I think what I might try and do is get a bunch of emission cleaning and science, and just go really hard in that direction. Okay, so let's go for, do we want to go for decarbonization laws? Yes. Kind of. Maybe not? I think I just don't want to spend my social tokens that fast here. Because I think I want to get the home wind farms. One of my practice rounds ended because I actually managed to get the people demand higher than my industry demand, and there was... Oh, there was a way that I could have dealt with this. I can actually drag these off if I don't like them. I forgot about that. So I could go for the science incubator, but that requires, so that just produces random cards for me. It does speed up science, which is good, and the random cards can be incredibly good, but also kind of risky. Let's see, do we want to get the home wind farms? I think so. Because we don't want to speed up the industry too much, but we are going to need it now. And then we should, after this, switch over to boosting people and science kind of hard. Ecosystems is tough. I'm sure there's actually some really good tech in there, but I haven't found it yet, and it's very expensive. So I think I'm better off looking into like emission cleaning as my next goal. And maybe research centers. Okay. The world has been warmed by 0.5 to 1 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial levels. You can expect natural disasters of a historically unprecedented extent. We have heat waves. That is going to require, just 4 industry tokens. Good. I'm at least decent at that. And that'll get me 2 science. So we could use that to buy possibly research centers. Okay, I should wait a little bit just because we're going to get a people. I think you also hit some pretty hefty diminishing returns on some of these. Okay, there we go. Mitigate that. Because, yeah, I don't want the science incubator. I should probably go for emission cleaning. We kind of need a little bit of both. Also, purple cards like this cannot be upgraded any further. It is kind of good, though. Like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to build a couple more home wind farms and then just toss this one, because you can actually drag them out, and they will get deleted over time. I'll think about that one. Okay. Time for some science. That'll get rid of some pollution. Not much, but some. And yeah, I'm just going to let those people tokens stack up. Kind of slowly. Hopefully I don't have to use them too often. I could also get some hydro energy here, but I'm not sure how beneficial that is. I think it might be one of those that we just kind of leave it and just start throwing all in on science. Because if I can have just like a absurd science sector that goes blazingly fast and removes a lot of carbon from the air, that might be exactly the way to do it. Or not, who knows? Yeah, right now this is just a little glacial for me. Oh, that's a good bonus. Oh, the one problem is there are diminishing returns on grabbing the same thing over and over again. Wave of protectionism. Each round costs money. If you don't pay, get a disaster. There's no benefit for that one. Fine. I think I'll go for the research centers. Yeah, we'll be fine. And we should probably at least get the decarbonization laws. Maybe? I don't know. What I was hoping I could find would be some tech over here that would reduce our overall output. I know there's an event that gives you that. But maybe I can't do that here. Do I want more hydro energy? Actually, we want to save up. Permafrost decay. The world is warmed by 1.5 degrees Celsius. More than 70% of the coral reefs are dead. Acidified seawater means a harsh decline in biodiversity of marine life. The Western Antarctic Glacier and permafrost begin to melt and release methane emissions, which is real bad. Oh, that's real bad for me. At least it's like on a long timer, so we should be able to stack up enough tokens, but it is going to be slightly tight. I do get a plus. I think that's a free card. Well, is there anything I can do with this in the meantime? Not overwhelmingly. What is research centers? It's advanced robotics and geoengineering. Those might be worth looking into. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We're not even at the point where permafrost decay is looking too dicey. So in that case, do we want to leave it? What is carbon capture? Okay, that costs 4. We don't want carbon storage. And those are too expensive. So unless I want to get a science incubator? No. I don't think I do. Yeah, the problem is, as we ignore this one, and as we wait for this to stack up, this is getting closer to completion, and that's bad. But we get a card. Amazon Reforestation. Okay, so in that case, I suppose I should invest into ecosystems a little bit. Not that that's a particularly amazing card. I do have a lot of people power. That's just, that requires... You know what? Let's actually get the science incubator. Upgrading this and expanding its size isn't that bad. No reason to hold myself or limit myself in this way, because what I want is for science to become huge. Ideally, if I can get this negative to be equal to this, that'd be nice. Alright. in that case, we should probably also do some other things. Let's start with the decarbonization laws. And then after that, we will do the trains to slow it down a little bit. Okay, so science incubator, not the greatest. What about geoengineering or advanced robotics? We might want to get both. Only problem is they produce carbon. Let's try geoengineering. See where that gets us. Because I need the speed, and who knows, it might get me something else that's really useful. Okay, and then we'll want to slow it down. We also have a carbon tax. Ooh. Go for those. There might actually be some merits to going people here. We just can't let it go too fast. Because if this gets even down to like 30 seconds, we're in trouble. Local hunger revolutions. Oh, that's not a problem. Okay, so that's almost done. Carbon tax speeds us up. And we can get a polluter's pay, which seems reasonably good. Transition from fossils. And decentralized power grid. Those are good. So what else do we have? Atmospheric aerosols. Ooh, expensive though. All worth it, but expensive. Okay, so next order of business, do we want to spend 3? Slow this down a little bit? Because I don't want too much people. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. Okay, do we have anything else we can do here? We could do polluter's pay. It's not the worst. Oh, that actually straight up just replaces carbon tax. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. That's not bad. Okay, how are we looking on... So create. None of these remove. Do I want to do this then? Yeah, and we'll have plenty. Okay, tipping point. The world is warmed by 2 degrees Celsius. Coral reefs in tropical areas have completely perished, taking the dependent marine life with them. The first time ever, the northern pole often gets iceless during summer. Pollinators are dying, times of drought, fires, and hunger and water and scarcity are ahead. Okay, so this requires a lot of resources. I should not have gone for the geoengineering upgrade. We'll maybe be fine. And Greenland's on fire. Oh. My decision to go for meteorological models might have been a mistake. Okay. I don't know why it was telling me about that. I think we can solve both of these. I think. Greenland on fire might be an issue. But I think once we have geoengineering, it'll be a little faster. Let's see. Well, I have to do that one. 23 seconds. It's gonna proc once. There's no way, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. What else can I do with the resources that I have? Because we've done polluter's pay, we can do circular economy, and voluntary frugality. Yeah, it hurts. At least my science tokens stack up really quick. Kind of. What else do we do? Do we want to do another carbon tax? We could. Let's see. Start with that. Oh, there we go. Okay, we get some more people. That event is gone. Let's see. And yeah, I suppose we'll just get another carbon tax. Yeah, here I am talking about relying on science to reduce my carbon, but for the most part, I'm just begetting more science here. I think we'll expand science next, though. Because we can get... Yeah, we still have that, which I don't know about. But we do have the atmospheric aerofoils, which might be worth it. Let's see, was there anything else? We do. Oh. It looks like these go on other locations. That's interesting. Okay. Oh. Coastal refugees and energy shortage. Suppose I'll mitigate that one. Oh, coastal refugees looks really painful. I think we'll be fine, but there's only so much I can do about it. Let's see. And, oh, getting another polluter's pay is kind of expensive. And I'm not even sure if we want that, because realistically, I think we need voluntary frugality. So I guess we're just gonna let my science stack up. Actually, why don't we get the nature conservation? Because I've got some things that I can do. Okay. Yeah, we haven't spec'd into that at all. Good. I don't have to pay for this. We still have enough to feed my people. Next order of business. Let's wait until this one ticks over, probably. Expand, and we gotta slow down the people. Even if they are doing a decent amount of carbon cleaning. I just can't have that many. I can't have it going at that speed. It is going to be a problem. So, doesn't... Let's see, carbon capture. Oh. Perfect. Okay, what else do we do? Yeah, we do have precision agriculture, but that's not going to help us too much. And then there's controlled weather, which might help us. Oh, what is this? Oh, endangered by event climate apathy. Oh, I see. It'll take the card away from me permanently. We got carbon capture going. I'm going to wait until this ticks over. I think we'll be fine. Okay, next up, voluntary frugality. We gotta slow people down. Even if that benefit is really good. Okay, what else do we have? Do we just get a second carbon capture? Yeah. It can't be upgraded any further, but hard to care. Okay. So next order of business. Do we want to do local solutions? Yeah, let's start working on ecosystems. Anything that doesn't have too much of an industry cost is something I can kind of reliably do. Let's see, decentralized economy. Ooh, it speeds everything up though. Actually, we should wait and see. We've got another negative event more or less on the horizon. Yeah, we could just get a bunch of voluntary frugality. Problem is it slows everything down. Okay. The world is warmed by 2.5 degrees Celsius. Gulf Stream is disrupted. Amazonian forest is gradually drying out. Part of the planet descended into chaos of wars for the control of resources. Huge masses of people are forced to migrate into more habitable areas. Oh, I'm boned. Yeah, I slowed this down too much. Yeah, I got nothing. I'll have enough to pay it off in one more round. Maybe two. Okay, after expired, death solves this for 2 people. Wait, I might be able to? Yes. Okay, we get nature restoration. Which I don't want to cycle out. Because that's actually quite useful. Okay, each round, lots of people. Oh, we got plenty of time on that one. Yeah, part of my problem is I haven't really invested in industry because it is the thing that speeds us to death. I'm gonna try this. I don't know where that's gonna go. It'll go somewhere. I think it's gonna end up over here. Okay, so I need 4 and 2. What do I want to do? Because I could have done more carbon capture. And there are the atmospheric aerofoils. But I don't have nearly enough saved up for that. I think we will want to grab the decentralized economy when we get the chance. Because at this point I am going to need a lot of people. We also have artificial ecosystems. I wish some of these cards actually had more, like, interesting synergies with each other. It really seems like it's mostly just resource balancing, which is kind of brutal. But we are actually getting to the point where we kind of can mitigate this. Like, surprisingly close, in fact. We just need a little bit more in science, speed it up a little bit more, and so it removes a lot more than it does. So I think I should save up for the atmospheric airfoils next. Maybe. We could also get more carbon capture. I've got oodles of science and it seems worth it. Oh. Right. Widespread cancer. I should probably solve some of these issues. Let's see. Climate apathy and melting permafrost. Okay, that's being threatened, but I think we're okay. No. It's gonna proc once. Might have to wait. Just mitigate that one so we don't have to worry about it. Because the one problem is I'm gonna need some more space. Oh, boy, coastal refugees. That's fun. And private geoengineering. Actually, kind of huge. Yeah, I think that's gonna proc one more time. At least melting permafrost isn't too damaging. Let's just get it so we don't starve. Okay, so let's get rid of that. We have reflective sheets. Slows us down, but even more science, or even more carbon capture, which is worth it. Oh, those get very expensive. So I think I will try and save up for those aerofoils. Gonna take a little bit. Hopefully the private geoengineering will help, though. Let's see. Increase sector size. What else can I do? Ecosystem approach. Snag one of those. Yeah, we can speed this up. We can also get random cards. But, I don't know. Not convinced that they're particularly good. And we haven't tried advanced robotics here. That's 3 and 4. Strategic harvest is affordable. Okay. I think we'll just have enough. But it's going to be close. I should have been careful about spending these things. Cool. Got it. Okay. So replace with ecocentrism. Reduces things further. I mean, it's good. I think we still want to save up for those aerofoils, though. What does that give me? So massive automation or humankind engineering. Maybe. I think right now I need to manage some of these other issues. Deep sea fishing. Gets me a new card. Protected landscapes. Alright, sure. Yeah, we're getting a bunch of these random ecosystem ones just for free, and it's kind of nice. Oh, biodiversity credits. We want both of these. I think we might actually want to do 30 by 30 first. Boy, if I can actually make a couple of those, that'd be really handy. And I think we've hit our, we're at least very near our equilibrium point, which is kind of exactly what we need. I need one more people point. But yeah, if I can make multiple of those, because expensive as they are, that'd be worth it. Well, I might just end up getting another carbon capture. We could get another meteorological model. Okay, polluters pay. Yeah, I've just been spending all my people credits. If I could speed up ecosystems and really have it do some proper carbon capture, that would help. That's just, most of these upgrades are very small. Let's see. What about nature restoration? World Climate Fund. Get another one of those. Get another one of those. Eh. I think we're mostly saving for that. Oh, but it's so expensive. Yeah, I don't want carbon storage. I could go humankind engineering. I don't know. I mean, do we want to get loss and damage aid? Yeah, speed up our population just by a smidge. I think at this point we can kind of crack it. Alright, so that's huge. And I think I can keep getting those, but they're very expensive, so we probably shouldn't. I think next we'll get a biodiversity credit, speed this up a little bit, but reduce its pollution. And honestly, just go for a bunch of biodiversity credits. Okay, we've got 6 and 4. That should be good. It's gonna take forever to make it, but still. Let's see. We could go for artificial ecosystems. We haven't picked it yet, so I don't know what this one's gonna get me. Because I want to see what's down each tech tree. Just on a, is there something worthwhile down here? Unfortunately, like, protected landscapes came from a event. And so I'm not liable to get more of those. I kind of wish you'd randomly stumble across them if you're doing well, too. Maybe you do. We haven't had any negative events happen for a while, because I think they're supposed to proc up as this gets worse. I guess it kind of makes sense, though. You know, the worse things are for you, the more likely... well, the worse things are for you, the more people will be, like, motivated to actually do something. Massive flood. Each round, expensive, but I have been saving. I guess what I should be looking at is, what do we have kind of in these lists that I could grab? One way or another, I think I want to keep saving for biodiversity credits, expensive as they are. What else do we have here? Artificial corals, and then coastal barriers. Expensive, and not the best. We could also get rid of some things, like, specifically get rid of the science incubator. I think that's actually gonna be worth it. And 9 and 6. So maybe I do go for the decentralized economy. I think it's about time. Let's do it. That'll speed this up a lot, which means we might have to slow it down with some more voluntary frugality. But, I mean, that's not bad either. Okay, do we want to do artificial corals? What is the biggest negative I can get? Other than the aerosols. I guess so. Oh, but you can see it's a dead end. I don't think this one is. That's a bunch. Oil rig explosion. I mean, that's nothing. Slows it down, but oh, that's good. Concrete recycling, and then private geoengineering. Wow. That worked out for me. So we can get degrowth, and then donut economy. Both of which are good. We need more space, though. And I don't want to increase this too much. So degrowth is probably worth grabbing, but donut economy would mess me up real bad. We're going to need to get more biodiversity credits. I think we'll save up for that, first and foremost. Or more atmospheric aerosols. I think I'm going to go for the atmospheric aerosols, see if that gets me something else. Because otherwise, yeah, we just go all in on... I'm still thinking going all in on expanding science a bunch. Oh. I could also just get humankind engineering and then get rid of the advanced robotics. Not actually that useful. That might not be the worst idea. Let's speed this up. At this point, we no longer need to be low speeding this. Okay, what can I do with this one? Oh, I can do some things. Alright, so let's increase that. Yeah, we are actually... Here, let's slow this down. Tragic harvest. And melting permafrost. Good, I did just get a bunch more space. We have more reflective sheets. I don't actually like that one that much. But whatever. Okay. Radiative cooling. Space mirrors. Bloody expensive. Worth it, though. Okay. Yeah, it seems like at this point we are actually reducing our carbon. I mean, it does help that I've heavily reduced our industrial income here. Let's see, what else do we have? World Climate Fund. Sure. Might as well see what's down this list. We got local solutions. We don't have agroecology or... yeah. I'll snag that as well. Just to figure out, like, what do we have down these lines? Is there anything worth investing in? Still thinking more biodiversity credits. Yeah. So why don't we wait until we have enough for that, or some events pop in to ruin my day. Okay, greenwashing. Easy. Tragic harvest, also easy. And garbage landslides. Huh. I wish there was a description on that one because it sounds really funny. Nature engineers. Let's see. Well, I don't want to lose it. Here, I'm gonna move this out. Aha! I have a solution. I can potentially just cycle them in and out before they get destroyed. But also, if we lose agroecology, so be it. Okay. What else do we want to grab? What does this have? So, regenerative agriculture. I mean, sure, why not? What else do we have? Ooh, greening deserts. Expensive, but not bad. And yeah, let's just let this go. Because at this point, we are running a very solid net negative on these. Rogue AI. Oh. Alright, so what's that one? Humankind engineering. Designer babies in VR worlds. Oh, we're actually out of space. That might be something to think about. I mean, let's get rid of the research center and get designer babies. Go full Gattaca. Okay, so what else do we have? Carbon agriculture, aquaponics, kelp plantations. I mean, those are good. Didn't one of these? Ah, this one had the really incredible options. Okay, designer babies. Genetic utopia. Oh, but that's in the population section. Not amazing. Anyway, one way or another, we are actually going to suck up so many emissions, we might run into some problems. Oh, decadent lifestyles. Hold up. I didn't notice that was going. Does say something kind of nice that I've gotten to the point of proper equilibrium here, that such things don't worry me. Okay, coral restoration? Sure, we've got plenty of resources for that. Let's see, anything else I can do? Protected landscapes. Oh no, we already have that one. Oh, and that's the really good one. Let's see. Do I have enough for aquaponics? I do. And then, I don't know. Oh, wait. Hold up. Super bacteria. I should not forget that I have that going on. Okay. Here's the question. How do you win? I haven't the foggiest. What was the other one? VR Worlds. Local protests. Why? Why is anybody protesting? Oh, right. We need to go get those stars. That's what it was. Okay. Because, yeah, these help us win. Forest fires. Why? At this point, we are so carbon neutral, there should be nothing. Yeah, so I think what I need to do is I need to go find all of the, stars in this entire mess. Climate change denial. Well, yeah, I mean, go figure, I've countered it. Geological disbalance. I feel like some of these negative events are kind of confusing, considering, what I have managed to accomplish here. Okay, we already did decentralized economy. Oh, space mirrors. Holy shit, those are good. I'm just gonna get rid of a carbon capture. Oh. I guess let's create some space. Aww. I bet it wants me to get, like, nuclear energy. Let's see. Planetary thermostat. Yeah, I suppose I could speed this up a little more. Okay, what else do we have? Transition from fossil fuels. And then net zero. I'm just going to grab a couple of these. Yeah, we also have stuff like solar subsidies, but do we need it? Is there only one star per? No. It looks like there are multiple stars. Pause for a second. Let's see if we have anything else. So, have we done agroforestry? No, so I guess I'll do agroforestry next. Just in case that gets me somewhere. Okay, this gets me another yellow? No, another green card. Pause. Agroforestry. Oh. Apparently one of the cards we needed. What do we not need? World Climate Fund. Favor of agroforestry. Sure. Oh, let's get rid of local solutions. That's even less useful. Snag those. Those decadent lifestyles again. But gone. Okay. I guess I'll get sustainable transport. We'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, we already do in fact have a biophilic approach. But I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, basic fusion. There's also safer nuclear energy. Let's see, replace with sustainable transport 2.0. Right. We do also have... Is there a way that I can... Nope. I guess I'm just gonna have to click my entire way through this. It's... Boy, the sound effects can't really cope. I feel like at this point I should have probably... Oh, Global Oasis. Let's see, we've got fusion energy. Let's, boost these up. I'm just gonna grab safer nuclear energy in case there's a really bad event that just kicks me in the teeth. Okay, Space Mirrors is functionally done. Or is that it? Oh. I guess that was the thing. So, oh, the ones with the stars, you keep upgrading them. And you get a victory via that, like via whatever that card is. So, you've conquered the climate with hard-to-imagine technical wonders. It's definitely not the cheapest path. Whether it's at all possible at this point, only heaven knows. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Some of this game is pie-in-the-sky stuff, but on the flip side, technology really does kind of give us a lot of power. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there is actually a bunch of tech that will actually change things. I mean, there's always cold fusion and room temperature semiconductors, both of which have the potential to, like, absolutely revolutionize how the world works and a bunch of other things. And so, like, who knows? I hope. This is a neat game. I really like it. I like the fact that it's free. I don't think I'm going to play it that often. I don't know why I can't take a look at achievements for whatever reason. Maybe I got none. And they have all sorts of info on each of these. Oh, it's kind of fun. And yeah, you can see how much they cost and all sorts of stuff. And yeah, there's 13 more on industry, 12 more there. 12 more on science? Really? Wow. And then they have all sorts of, you know, bad events that are going to happen as a result of these. And then we really didn't go too much further past a certain heat point. I like this kind of game. It does... I don't know, it's always weird playing them because it does feel slightly like greenwashing of like, oh, technology will save us or something like that. But on the flip side, I think it's a good way of kind of introducing why it is so hard to balance, you know, industry and the economy and humanity's progress with the horrible costs kind of associated with them that we just shuffle off because it's imaginary. You know, who cares about emissions, right? Oh, now we care about emissions, but it's too late, right? What are we going to do about it? You know, this is just normal. This is just humanity's fate. It's just the shittiest thing. It's like, no, that's stupid. You know, we should be doing more to fix things. And it's like, my problem I think I do have with these games, maybe not so much greenwashing so much as like playing it made me feel better about the environment and like environmental issues, but that it's kind of one of those like false feelings, a false sense of security that like, no, you can't just like sit on your laurels and do nothing about it. We should all be better in some way, shape, or form. Unfortunately, like on a personal level, very little we can do. Recycling is kind of this shitty fake system that was foisted upon us so that we'd feel responsible for pollution and trash and whatnot, when ultimately it's companies that, you know, even make products that need to be recycled or even thrown away. Like, that kind of thing is very much their fault, and they've just foisted it upon us, so we feel bad that, you know, we threw away a straw instead of washing it and recycling it, when in reality most recycling centers just throw away stuff like that anyway, because recycling it is just not worth it. There's so much. And I'm sure even just playing this game probably pissed off a couple of people, just because of its message and nature, and even what I'm saying here. But on the flip side, I still think it's important to have these conversations and to see this potential, even if we need to do a lot more than just play the game. Anyway, so if you want to try Beecarbonize yourselves, it's available on Steam now for free. And it's pretty good. It's good for at least like 1 or 2 playthroughs. I didn't see a whole lot of variance in just the text. I think part of the problem is just all the cards only do one thing, or one of two things. Either they speed up the area you're in, or they slow it down, and then either they increase pollution or decrease pollution, or do nothing with pollution, and that's it. And I wish they had more interesting effects. As somebody that plays roguelike deck builders and stuff, you know, if there were interesting synergies, even kind of cross-regional, so like an environmental thing crossed with industrial thing. And, you know, this one actually provides 10% extra industry credits. But maybe occasionally destroys a card next to it, and it's like, oh, you know, do you want that? It'd probably have to be bigger than 10%, but that ultimately, from a game perspective, Beecarbonize doesn't really have that level of, like, deck builder interesting synergies, and maybe it feels a little bit too reductive for me, and I wish there was more for it, you know, kind of the pluses and minuses for everything. So, for example, like wind energy, one of the biggest issues with wind energy is just stupid people saying it's like, it ruins the view. So like, I have a friend whose mother was specifically like very much against wind farms in the area because she thought they looked ugly. And I kind of wish it was one of those that there were more negative events and positive events associated with different things. And so like, yeah, if you have too many if you have too much nuclear energy, people get like freaked out by it and start like closing them unless you mitigate the negative events associated with. And like, if there was just a little bit more kind of across the board, I think this game could be really incredible. I think it's still fine as like a short thing to be like, hey, rah environment. But I would have loved to see like just more depth and more time and effort put into it. Purely from the perspective of, I want to play this game more. Like, I want to play a more fully featured version of it. And purely from like a just video game perspective, I want to play more games about balancing industry and economy and science and environment. And there aren't enough games that like really let you do that. And I wish this had more depth so I could sink more time into it. Because as it stands, I don't think I'm going to play this again. But I'm nattering on for far too long, so if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.